What's good, YouTube? Welcome to the first episode of the Village Podcast. I'm your host, Chase, aka Mud Young. Y'all coming over from my main channel. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves.
Aaron Young, Ralph Lauren.
It's your boy Blake.
OG Ram, let's get into it.
Right, so the first topic we're gonna be jumping in, man. We're gonna be thinking about who we think going to the NBA Finals, who we think gonna win, based on NBA Finals predictions. Who you got going to the Finals, Aaron?
I mean, since Indiana already up 3-1, gotta go with Indy. But I would like to see New York in the finals against OKC. And I think that's what the NBA want to. Just, it's all about a money grab. But I'd rather see Knicks and Thunder.
Yeah. Who you got, Bud?
I mean, that would be good to see, but I just don't see the Knicks just taking it there. I feel like the Indy can just take them out today, so I got Indy and OKC.
Who you got, Randy?
I got the Knicks and the Thunder. 'Cause, I don't want to see Indiana playing in the finals. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know the NBA probably mad at the Thunder in the finals because ain't nobody in OKC. So they got the MVP, Shai hooping. So I think the Thunder will be either one of the teams that come out of the East, but I got the Knicks.
Yeah, right now, I mean, the series 3-2. So really, if New York win tonight and go Game 7.
Yeah, I got Knicks and Thunder too, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Knicks
But
might
even if it is that, still I got the Thunder all the way, like winning the shit.
No, yeah. I think whoever the Thunder play, they're gonna win. Especially they play the Pacers. I think they win in 5. They play the Knicks probably in 6. But I think the Thunder gonna win the chip.
Pacers, I got Thunder in 6. Knicks.
That's kind
Probably got Knicks in 6.
That's kind of hard to say though, cause the Knicks can win them a ship if you got the Knicks and Thunder. I
mean, Knicks just don't play well enough on offense, man. They really centered around Brunson.
Yeah,
Cat inconsistent. They just don't have a flow on offense. Like sometimes they're good at people hitting shots, but OKC gonna play good defense, rush them into bad shots, then gonna get out and get easy shots in transition. Knicks not always focused on defense. I think whichever one of these teams come out, they're gonna beat them in 5.
I mean, I'm looking at it more so like nobody can guard Brunson. Nobody on the Thunder can guard Cat. Even though I'm not a fan of Cat, he's soft, but nobody can guard him. Josh Hart can guard anybody on the Thunder, and Mikal Bridges. I just think the Knicks got more power, offensive power, defense. I think they're a better team. Now, the Thunder might be better coached because, Till ran his players into the ground or whatever, but I think the Knicks got a better team.
So you saying Knicks could beat the Thunder? They went to the finals?
5. That's it. Well, I mean in 6. Knicks and 6 if they in the finals.
Got two.
They got the deeper team, the better team, and the better players. Shader's gonna be the best player in the series, but I'd rather take Brunson, Cat, and Mikal over Shai, J-Dub, and Chet.
You got 2 big mans who on OKC who are better than the Pacers big man though. Chet and Harkison are better than Turner and Pascal.
I'm talking about.
So the Knicks get to finals?
Indy.
I mean, yeah. I'm saying like, even if that happened, like Knicks and you still got Carl and Harkison can at least slow Cat down.
No, he can't even play on the perimeter.
So you think the Thunder will beat both of them teams in the finals?
I got the Thunder all the way.
No, the Thunder definitely beat the.
Like I mean,
Pacers.
if you want to talk about entertainment purposes and everything, of course, New York finally getting them one in a long time and everything like that, but just regular.
It'd be the Thunder getting one in general. So
yeah, but you got, it's New York, like Times Square and everything like that. Just but people would rather want to see. I feel like the Knicks win than OKC win. If it had to be both of them, people want to see the Knicks get them one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think the Knicks win. That'd definitely be better for the NBA. They're definitely gonna make a lot more money than the Thunder win. But I just think the Thunder the better team. I mean, they statistically having one of the best defensive playoff runs. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to worry about with Shai too. Is he gonna get calls in the finals? Because if he ain't shooting,
he'll free
10
throw
to
merchant.
12 free throws a game.
I don't think you really got to worry about it though, because he the MVP of the league. He been getting calls all playoffs, and the way that both of these teams play defense, they play physical. He's not gonna have a problem getting his spots. I mean, look at the defenders that Minnesota had on them. Nobody on Indiana is like Jaden McDaniels. The Knicks have Mikal Bridges, but Kay Cunningham was killing him in their first series. I don't think they really have anybody that can guard Shai. And with the way that they play, no, they can't. Not 1-on-1. Nobody can guard Shai 1-on-1. And so with the way that they spray the ball offensively, the way that they play fast, like I think New York plays slow. They have a one ball dominant guard. And when OKC knows where the ball is going, they'll probably put Jordan on him to frustrate him a little bit. Yeah. He's a little bigger than Brunson. They can switch bodies on him. They got mobile bigs. They don't need their bigs to score. They can just have their bigs being active. They're gonna force turnovers, and if they force turnovers, they won't be able to keep up with them. I don't think.
I mean, to me, the series gonna come down to Cat, because
we all know
Brunson and Shai gonna cancel each other out.
Yep, and we know who Cat is. Soft.
Yeah. But if he averaging 25 and 12,
yeah,
the Knicks gonna win this series.
I was asking you, when's the last time you seen him average 25 and 12
in
6 games?
But
He'll give you a couple. He'll give you a couple games.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
But you're gonna need Mikal Bridges.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think up. Yeah, you definitely.
Mikal Bridges got to step up.
But at the end of the day, they're not going to win the series for you. Cat is going to win the series. Only because he's a big, and I just think OKC bigs
Bronson
can't match. Well, Brunson
and Shai going to even out. Yeah, they're going to.
So that's what I'm saying. OKC bigs can't match.
If I told you that you had to trust Cat to win you an NBA championship, would you feel good about that? Because I don't.
No.
Well, that's what it is.
But you got 7 games.
The role players gonna have to help out, like you said, Mikal, OG, Hart. They all gonna have.
But they might win you a game.
Yeah.
But Cat has to win this series. Like if Mikal has 17 and 5 and 2 steals, that might be cool. But Cat having 30 and 15 and 6 blocks or something. I mean, I know that's crazy, but something like that. That's gonna win you more games than just one, and you can. I mean, Cat a better player.
Yeah, but how is he gonna have to play to get that though? Like
aggressive. Well, he's not aggressive, but I'm just saying,
right. But I'm saying, but think about how Cat gets his points. Like if he hitting jumpers, that's when he scores a lot of points.
Yeah,
I think with the way that the Thunder play defense, all of their defense is centered on the perimeter.
Yeah,
so they can stop perimeter scoring.
But
like
who's one? I don't think Chet's not strong enough for Cat. And I'm not a fan of Cat. I'm just saying he's not strong enough to guard him. If Cat wants to go to the low block,
that's
a big if.
Hartenstein isn't quick enough to stay in front of Cat.
But you gotta realize,
and he can shoot over Dort, Caruso, SGA. He can shoot over all of them. And
my biggest thing is though how he's got to get the ball. So if Cat is starting on the perimeter, the way that OKC plays defense, they swarm to the ball.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be the same way he's getting one-on-one drives against Indiana.
How tall is Cat?
He's 7 foot. Right. So that works if you at the basket, not from the 3-point line.
Chet gonna be on him. Chet 7'1". That's not
him. He doesn't even have to bring the ball up if Chet.
But you gotta realize, OKC goal is to make you go to the paint where the shot block is at in Chet and Hartenstein. So Cat already playing the low post. That's not what Cat.
So are they gonna play Cat 1-on-1?
Probably.
Okay, so
especially on the perimeter. Now, if he getting the post,
they doubling is over with. But if he playing 1-on-1, Cat can score 1-on-1.
But it depends on the floor. Because Tom Thibodeau, he been running this double bed line with Mitchell Robinson on the court.
It's easy just to score on Hartenstein. Hartenstein ain't no little boy. He's not little.
Cat's not that physical to do that. And that's not Cat's game.
You know Cat's soft.
You just saw him score 20 points in a quarter.
On Miles Turner? Miles Turner not a better defender than Chet and Hartenstein?
Miles Turner averaged the most blocks 1 year. What are we talking about?
How many years? We talking about this year?
It don't matter. It really don't matter. Miles Turner's a better defender than Hartenstein.
But Chet's gonna be the matchup on Cat. He's not a better defender than Chet.
He's powering through Chet. Chet weighs 60 pounds.
Cat is soft. Do you know we're talking about Carlton Towns? That's not even his game.
And
to power through.
To power through. Like to be at the top. Talk about Cat like I really enjoy watching Cat or like him or anything like that.
So why do you think he's gonna be powering through people? Because he don't do that.
Because he's better than.
He doesn't do that consistently. Yes, that's what he's saying. He don't.
He's better than him, but he's not.
That's what he's gonna have to do to win.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Why would he do that now? He doesn't do that.
He hasn't ever did that.
So what is he going? So who you got winning the series?
The Thunder.
OKC.
Okay, so that makes more sense then.
But I'm saying, when have we ever seen Cat physically dominate a game like that?
Cat can't.
We never seen him do that. He didn't do it in Minnesota.
Cat can't do good every single game. Some games he gonna be
15 rebounds, not physically dominated. You got to put a body on a body to get a rebound.
All rebounds not created equal because now they be shooting all these threes, these long rebounds.
I mean, we know Cat is soft, but at the end of the day, he not soft.
And we talking about the off. You was talking about the offensive side.
He not sorry.
So
but
what are y'all saying? He's not going to score the ball?
You saying that he's going to physically dominate Chet? Well, that has never.
He can.
Yeah, he can.
You saying this
but
man?
When has that ever been Cat's game?
You saying he gonna? You saying he gonna?
I'm saying in general, he doesn't play like that. That's not his game to try to physically dominate. I mean, yeah.
If you can't even play good every game against Indiana, how you gonna do that against OKC?
Who defense is better?
I'm just telling you what it takes.
Okay, I'll ask you this: who was guarding Cat in the Western Conference Finals last year when he was with the Timberwolves when they played against Dallas?
I don't know. Who else guarded him?
What, Daniel Gafford,
Lively.
Probably
PJ Washington.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
They had smaller people guarding him.
Okay,
yeah.
PJ,
Did he physically dominate PJ Washington? I can tell you that. You don't got to answer no.
Like, that's not his game.
He don't play like that.
That's not
if he
him.
played like that, he'd be more of a winner than what he is now.
He has to play like that in order to win.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't think
that's all I'm saying. If he wants to win a championship, that's what he's going to do.
He like to shoot threes. He like to just.
And then again, if he making his threes, putting the ball on the ground, to get into in the lane, getting the and ones, they're going to win.
That ain't gonna be that easy to do.
That's what I'm saying.
So I mean, if we just talking about throwing the ball to him on the block, yeah, that's not really his game. But he can get a couple touches just to do a couple of turnaround fadeaways. We've seen him do that before.
But that's not what you were saying. You're saying he's going to physically dominate Chet in the paint. Now he's going to get a couple touches.
He can.
I don't think he can.
I think he can. Now, is he going to do it? I don't know. But I think he can. But I'm just saying it because I think the series is going to come down to Cat. Josh Hart's not winning you a series. He might win you a couple possessions. He's not winning you a series. Mikal Bridges is not winning you a series. And like I said, Brunson and SGA is
it's going to be between two. It's going to be Cat and Bronson. They're going to have to step up every single game.
Well, Brunson, we already know what he's going to do. So, they ain't even know.
But they're definitely going to be swarming Brunson.
I mean,
Luke Dort.
Exactly. Bronson
Casey Wallace.
He done had some bad games too.
That's going to come down to Josh Hart, Miles McBride if he's playing, OG, all of them going to just hit
the role players. That's what we shot. Yeah.
Everything you just said, I would not be comfortable with that if that's what I need to win the championship.
So why are you more comfortable with the Thunder winning? Are you comfortable in J-Dub?
It's hard.
I'm comfortable because I see what their style of play is. First of all, the Knicks have shown in all these series they get down big when they play against other teams. They down 20, down 15, and then have to either battle back. I think what OKC has done throughout the playoffs is like when they get people down, they crush you. So you go down to OKC, you get down 20, it's gonna get ugly.
I mean, still, do you trust J-Dub?
I don't. I think
he's gonna have to show up every game for them to win this series.
But I think with the way that they've been playing, because of the types of shots they're getting, people aren't forcing everybody else to do things outside of what they're good at. Like, everybody's been putting so much attention on Shai. All Jalen Williams jumpers are open. All Casey Wallace jumpers are open. Everybody else's opportunities are easy. Everybody else, when they're making everybody else's shots on the other side hard.
If I'm have to rely on Casey Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Caruso to hit threes, I'm taking Josh Hart, OG, and Bridges. Even Miles, whatever they call him, Deuce, I don't know his name. Miles McBride, I'm taking all of them over.
But I mean, throughout this whole playoffs, the Thunder Shai has had the best supporting cast. You know what I'm saying?
No, he has not had the best supporting cast.
They have.
Yes, he has.
They have. Because they get easy shots.
That whole Denver series, Shai was playing terrible. So, that whole Grizzly series, Shai was not playing good, and they kept winning because his supporting cast. The Knicks, Mikal Bridges has been inconsistent this whole playoffs. Josh Hart just got benched for being inconsistent. OG, he been playing good. Him and Cat has been playing good at Jalen Brunson.
Okay,
so and they got confidence. Okay,
again, even though we're not talking about them, Indiana, because I guess we all got. Did we all have the Knicks in the final?
I just don't want to see Indiana. That's my.
I think the Knicks can come up.
I feel like Indiana gonna win, but I mean, if it don't happen.
So if Indiana's in the finals,
yeah,
y'all still got the Thunder winning that.
Yeah, easily.
Of course.
I got the Thunder winning
Yes.
that too. But when we're talking about supporting cast, I do think Indiana has a better supporting cast than OKC. Because you got Siakam, which he was an all-star before here. Miles Turner, I'm not a big fan of him, but he still can hit open threes. He can block shots. And, I mean...
I disagree.
I honestly feel like you only got Halliburton and Siakam. Nobody else.
Nah, their supporting cast is good.
Mathurin together.
Nimbard, Naismith, they got a good supporting cast, but
and I think their supporting cast is better than the Thunder.
I think the Thunder got best supporting cast.
Because who does? I mean, because Halliburton can kill you with 15, and 15, and you got if he dishing out 15 assists, and you got Miles Turner with 17, Siakam with 25, and.
That's where they get you though, and I think that the Thunder are not going to allow them to do that. I think they're going to turn Halliburton into a scorer.
Yeah,
and I think
they do that.
And I think with their role players, if they're not getting easy looks because Halliburton's creating.
But how do you stop Halliburton from creating?
What you mean? You just playing 1-on-1 till you force him to score. We're not helping.
Yeah, I'm about to say you let Lou Dort
roll.
I ain't lying.
That's the most unguardable play since forever.
Not really, because it's pick and roll with Miles Turner pick and popping.
Yeah,
it's not him rolling.
So
and the Thunder run a lot of switch.
So you like pick and roll with Miles Turner, throwing Miles Turner popping, and Hartenstein getting on Miles Turner to close out on that shot. You like that?
Yeah,
but you got to realize the Thunder run a lot of switch defense. They switch a lot on the pick and roll. Or they just jump it and try to swarm Halliburton.
Even with Hartenstein, though, he a hustle player anyway. So all he gonna do is close out. I feel real good if Miles Turner wants to put the ball on the ground. Go ahead.
Because
he's not doing that.
Yeah. So you go try to go by Hartenstein, and then Lou Dort gonna come take it from you. And now we off to the races.
Because more than likely they're gonna trap Halliburton on the pick and roll. And I'm living with Miles Turner shooting that three.
Trapping, somebody's gonna be open for a second.
Nobody on that team is a sniper. So
no, I don't even think they're gonna trap him. I think that
if you kicking out Aaron Smith,
Aaron can.
He had one good game.
I'm not saying he's a sniper, but we see he's capable of doing.
Aaron can shoot them threes now.
We see he's capable. I don't even like Nembhard shooting the ball. Like
I like Aaron.
If I'm the Thunder, I'm living down with that. This time,
no, I'm living and dying with.
You can't live and die in the finals.
I ain't gonna.
That's how you die.
I ain't gonna.
But this how they did against the Timberwolves. That one game,
NBA finals.
I'm saying that one game, the Timberwolves supporting cast went crazy, and Randall ain't do nothing, and they still lost. They're gonna let the role players. They're gonna let the role players hoop.
And then it come down to coaching too. Do you like the Thunder's coach over Rick Carlisle?
Yeah, he's a great coach.
Over Rick Carlisle.
Yeah. Nah, he's an amazing coach.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you telling me Rick Carlisle coaching Dirk, then I got Rick Carlisle, but I don't see Dirk playing for the Pacers, so we good.
Nah, I just think the Thunder right now.
I think the Thunder have been benefiting out playing teams that like don't respect them.
Yeah,
and they are giving their role players easy looks, and I think that the Thunder have shown like in each series when they really lock in on like what you do and what they want to take away. Look what they did to Ant.
That's what I'm saying.
Ant been
That's exactly what I'm saying.
The whole playoffs.
That's true.
So I think that.
So imagine.
But listen, what they did to Ant. They trapped him, right?
Yeah.
Ant's not a point guard. He's not even looking to pass the ball. So if you're trapping a pass first point guard like Halliburton, you don't think you're gonna get killed?
I don't think they're gonna trap him. That's what I'm saying. I don't think
they're gonna trap him.
I don't think they're gonna trap him.
Oh,
I think they're gonna play him. I don't know if you remember when Steve Nash used to play with the Suns. Like what they would do is let Steve Nash score. Like let him come off if they run a pick and roll with Amari. Let him come off and shoot.
Yeah.
Let him come off and get to the paint. Because if he's not getting, he can get 40, but if he has 3 assists, they're not beating
nobody else.
So with Halliburton, like Halliburton goes crazy. Like if he's scoring, it's because he's hitting jumpers, and then everybody else is getting fed. If he can't get everybody else fed, they showed you, even the game that the Knicks just won, he's not a scorer.
So you just saying, make Halliburton beat you?
Yeah, because Halliburton doesn't play like Shai. Like Shai can score. He is a scorer. Yeah. So if you let him score, he's gonna kill you.
Beat you, yeah.
But if you let Halliburton score, I'm fine with him having 40 and 1 assist, because that means everybody else not doing nothing.
Cause he really a playmaker.
That's it.
Now I do agree though. If Indiana gets to the finals, the OKC gonna win.
Yeah.
They might win in 5. I mean,
they don't get them out of here.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So final prediction. So you got.
Finals. I'm gonna go Thunder and Knicks.
Thunder Knicks.
With the Knicks getting the ring.
Who you got, Buck?
The Knicks like basically making it this hard for them to, you know what I'm saying, like go all the way. I just feel like Indy can knock them out. So I got the Thunder and Indy.
Who you got winning?
Thunder.
Who you got running?
Thunder all the way.
I just don't want to see Indiana, so I got the Thunder and the Knicks, and I got the Thunder in 5.
Yeah, I got Thunder and Knicks too, and I got the Thunder winning. So yeah, man, Thunder probably gonna get their ring. Shai gonna get his ring, and that's gonna jump into our next topic. If Shai mess around and get a ring this year, is he the best player in Thunder history? And this is a super Westbrook fan right
here. Yeah, everybody
man.
don't know Russ the GOAT. Russ, my favorite player, you know, Rosella High School, UCLA, OKC to Houston, Washington, Lakers, Clippers, Denver, you know. So to answer the question, if he gets a ring, is he the best player in OKC history?
Yeah.
Gotta be easily no. Like that's no. Like when you pull up the top 75 all time, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on there?
All right.
No.
Okay,
but
so no, it doesn't matter because Russ pull up triple doubles. Who got the most? Okay, that's what I thought. Is Russell Westbrook the number 3 point guard to ever play the game of basketball after Magic and Steph? And if Russ mess around to get a ring in Denver, we might need 2, but he'll catch Steph for 2. But just a short answer. Really, it goes Russ. OKC history. Russ. If Shai get a ring, I go Shai. Then Kevin Durant, just the way he left it. I mean, you know, we just ain't rocking with that. But that's top 3. Now, if Shai mess around and get 2 rings, he'll jump KD. Mess around and get 3, we can get into the discussion.
so if he get 2 rings, he don't pass Russ off that? That's crazy.
No, he passed Kevin Durant.
And he already got the MVP too.
Okay, Russ Ben did that.
But Shai doing the same
Let's
season
get
with a
some
ring.
all-stars,
You know the
bro.
last time somebody won a ring and MVP was Steph
Well,
back in
let's see if he
2015?
can do it, 'cause we talking,
That's what I'm saying,
we talking
if.
about he got it. Yeah, if's a lot. Well, if Russell Westbrook wasn't a Hall of Famer, he wanted to be a Hall of Famer, but he is. So if don't matter.
What?
Yeah. So to answer your question, no.
What you think, bud?
I'm probably gonna have to say no too, just because, you know,
Yeah.
I've been a KD fan forever.
KD,
I've always been a KD fan. KD made when he
Hold on.
what? I'm saying before. No. Before it was even OKC. You know, it was Seattle.
He
KD
won like 12 games.
but KD made just, you know, Seattle pop and everything
Russ
like
was
that.
their first draft pick ever.
Regardless of that, I mean, I don't have a
So you
problem.
got KD over Russ?
Yeah, I don't have a problem
We
with
got to
Russ.
start a no
And then
argument.
we got a ring too.
Who's we?
I mean, KD got a ring. Let's not say just because Curry and
He
all
got
that.
2 on.
'Cause that don't,
No, he was the best player in the series, so I can't take that.
And he got to find us MVP
Yeah,
both
he the
of them.
best
So,
player. He was the best player. So, but I agree. Your answer no. But you got KD there.
so I about to say you got KD, Russ, then Shai. Even if Shai get a ring this year.
Nah. I definitely got KD. Then probably Shai.
If Shai get a ring, you got him over Russ.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean,
Whoa.
Russ done did a lot, but it's just like I feel like you give Russ too much credit when he I don't know.
He did a lot of losing.
what?
He did a lot of
just-
losing. Yes, he was getting triple doubles, but he was losing while getting them triple doubles.
He doesn't do
Triple-doubles.
what people
All
he
NBA
doesn't do what
teams.
people expect him to do.
We're talking about now or throughout his career? What you talking about?
Bro, yeah, you want to talk about now. He ain't been.
But I mean, when you talking about
We're
Russ,
talking about an OKC history.
Yeah.
So we're talking about
Yeah,
him in OKC. What didn't he do
KD
besides
did
win a ring?
KD did good on OKC too.
Him and Russ Russ actually finished better than KD. If we being real about your OKC history, Russ is better than KD in OKC history.
I don't know.
Why don't you know? Tell me why.
I
you
mean,
don't
just
know.
because Russ done did better in OKC, I mean that's still,
that makes you better. That's the reason.
that still doesn't mean anything.
That's the whole reason.
I mean, you know, you are just a real Russ fan, so of course you gonna, you know.
But you're not telling me why I'm wrong.
I mean, that's just my personal opinion. You know, I've always been a KD fan too, so I'm
How
always
is
stick with
Kevin
KD.
Durant better than Russ in OKC? We know he better than him overall, but in OKC, how is Kevin Durant better than Russ?
This is my personal opinion.
Why?
I don't really have a reason to why. I'm just.
So there's no reason. He just better, but you don't have no reason.
I mean, I just.
All right, man. Let's go. Come on, next time.
Overall player too, KD definitely
Come
better,
on,
but
man.
we're not gonna go into
All
that.
right, so basically your
man.
answer is no. That even Shai win a ring, he's not the best player in OKC history.
Nah.
So Shai win a ring.
KD, Shai, Russ.
That's crazy.
What you think, Randy?
Okay, now the bullshit is over. So if Shai wins a ring, he's the best player in Thunder history because he's the first to get a ring in franchise history.
That's a team award.
It's his ring, and Russ and KD don't have that team award. When Russ was with the Thunder, he had 3 All-NBA teams. When KD was with the Thunder, he had 6 All-NBA teams. Both Russ and KD have MVP. KD also has a scoring title, so it would go Shai, KD, Russ.
No, we're not talking about
Russ gonna be last every time.
All-Star Game MVPs.
Oh, we not counting. Come on, man.
Why are we not counting that? If he got them,
Why are we talking about All-Star Game MVP? Don't nobody take the All-Star Game serious. Let's do real accolades.
Okay.
Not the All-Star Game.
Russ got assist leader.
KD got a ring.
Not in OKC.
I just said strictly. I said nothing about Golden State. I'm saying strictly OKC.
So OKC, Kevin Durant is better because he has more All NBA teams. Is that what you're saying?
What else we basing it on? They both got MVP.
No, I'm asking. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they both have MVP. Mm-hmm. So the only other thing they have that we can measure is 3 to 6.
No, you're missing one big thing we can measure.
What's that?
The triple double.
He got the triple doubles during his All NBA seasons. Great job.
You're saying that's an accolade.
Right.
He got the most.
Right. Why he didn't get those triple doubles with Kevin Durant? He got those triple doubles when he was the guy. Right?
Yeah, that's still part of his OKC history.
I didn't say it wasn't. So he was the guy.
Okay.
And he was lauded and awarded MVP and All NBA those seasons. So his 3 seasons. Oh well, so if we're talking about his complete OKC career, we can talk about how he didn't help them win the series against Golden State when they were up 3-1 and they lost. Russ was there for that, right?
Yeah,
as was KD, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so Russ had a chance to turn that series and end it and take them to the finals. He didn't. Right?
We're talking about accolades.
Right. So they both had a chance. They had a chance to get rings.
So you're counting triple doubles.
Triple doubles is a stat.
No, it's like you're mixing that with All NBA. Because you're saying that was the same season he was doing it.
There was.
So are you mixing those two things together?
I'm not mixing them together. I'm just saying that's a part of it. Like he got triple doubles. Okay. He got All NBA teams, but that doesn't make him a better player in Thunder history.
You're saying Kevin Durant is better than Russell Westbrook in an OKC uniform,
right?
Because he has 3 more All NBA teams.
Yes,
that's the only reason.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I do think I agree with Randy. If Shai get a ring, he's the best player in OKC history. I don't agree with him saying KD is over Russ, just because the way I look at it, KD best years, in my opinion, came when he was in a Golden State jersey, and Russ best years in OKC was better than KD's best years in OKC. But if Shai get a ring, as the number 1 option doing it, he's obviously the best in OKC history. He got the job done. That Russ and KD.
So you got Shai, Russ, KD?
I got, Shai, Russ, KD.
That was going to be my question, I guess, to all 3 of y'all. What makes Shai, and I'm just asking just so I understand, what makes Shai the best player in OKC history, just off winning the ring?
Because he's doing it as a number 1 option, averaging more points than KD and Russ.
I don't know what he's going to average in the finals.
Ooh, this is all if. No, I'm saying in general, off the season alone, he averaged more points than KD and Russ. And like I said, he's doing that as the number 1 option with a worse supporting cast than what KD and Russ had.
Whoa.
KD and Russ was on the same team.
Cook.
They was on the same team. You had KD and Russ on the exact same team.
So
with Harden and Ibaka. No, but you had Ibaka and Harden.
No disrespect to Eric Maynard on this channel.
If you have 2 superstars on the same team and Shai next best player is J-Dub, who's a first-time All-Star.
6-man, we already know how great James Harden is. No disrespect on James Harden. James Harden, 6 man at OKC. Better than J Dub or not?
No.
Okay.
It's KD and Russ better than J Dub.
Duh.
Yeah.
So is the
yeah.
Thunder now? Okay, what's the better team? Thunder now or Thunder with KD and Russ in the finals?
I like KD and Russ.
Oh, that's 2 players. There's 13
Yeah,
more
that's a
players on
better.
that
That's a better team. KD and Russ.
You want
There's 13 other players on that roster.
No, I'm saying KD and Russ. That's a team.
I mean, yeah, cause didn't you have like you had Steven Adams?
Steven
Yep.
Adams there?
Yeah.
But they bid was
Serge?
Kendrick Perkins.
Serge Ibaka was nice.
Kendrick?
I think that KD and Russ team is a better team than this team.
What?
Yeah,
Just off the fact that is Russ and
First of
Kevin
all,
Durant.
This team has the MVP. That's the first thing.
They had the MVP.
No, the year they won, they was not in the finals. No, they didn't have the MVP. They went
What
to the
year he
finals
won,
and lost
2012?
against the Heat.
In 2012?
Yeah.
What year KD won?
Wasn't that KD MVP season?
Nah, that was 2014.
Yeah, he didn't win 2012. They didn't have the MVP.
Oh, that was Bron.
One,
That was
Shai, they got the MVP already.
That guy.
J Dub, All Star. So, I mean, KD and Russ, we know they're All Stars. Chet, he's
Not
better
All-Star.
than whoever the third option is. Chet or Ibaka. Is that even a question? Okay. Kendrick Perkins or Hartenstein? Hartenstein.
You didn't
That's
say
easy.
nothing about Steven. Steven Adams is better than Hartenstein.
But KP was starting. Big Perk. was
And
starting.
Ibaka wasn't sorry either.
He wasn't sorry, but you taking Ibaka over Chet?
Chet been inconsistent.
Are you?
I mean, but this is
Ibaka?
back in 2016 though,
We got to compare it.
because
now.
niggas people liked Ibaka
I mean, I like Ibaka.
back then.
I like.
So,
you see,
Ibaka at that point versus Chet right now
I like
is
Ibaka.
a push. That's not Chet not that much better than what he was at that
Okay.
point.
So if we're taking those 3, Shai, J Dub, Chet against Russ, KD, Ibaka.
KD, Russ, Ibaka all the way, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
I even think I feel like Steven Adams in that.
And then
In there
think
too.
about what we had. Was it Tabo Cephalosha? I think he was out
Because
there.
you gotta realize KD is better than Shea. Russ is better than J Dub. I'll give Chet over Ibaka. So that's 2 of their people better than, you feel me, this new team. So then, like,
And
that's
then
what I'm saying. They got the
we
better
gotta
team.
be honest, and even though this is a stretch, so I get what you're saying too. But OKC ran into LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh Miami Heat. And Russ was like 22, KD 23, James Harden was like 22, 23. They're gonna run into Cat and Brunson or Tyrese Halliburton. Like,
And that's
look at the
another
matchup.
reason I say Shea is
Look at
number
the
1.
matchup.
Because their average team age is 27. Caruso is the oldest person on the team. All these players that's finna go to the finals are 2nd year, 3rd year players besides Shea.
Nah,
and he's
if they
leading
play
this
Indy,
team.
They're gonna be running. So
He's
that
leading
young
this
stuff go out the
young
window.
They
team
both gonna be running.
who everybody
They all
say
young.
that come down to inexperience and they don't got no
Yeah, that's
experience
out
in
the
the
window.
playoffs.
That's out the window.
And he's leading this young
Yeah,
team
you
to the
don't care about
finals.
that.
So if he does that and win with the average age of 27, with J Dub, who's a 2nd, 3rd year player, Chet, who missed his 1st year, 3rd year player.
I really can't
Come
say
on.
Shea could be arguably the best OKC player. Cause if you would have kept that dynasty, that little 3 trio, they would have got them a ring. James Harden, Russ, and KD, they would have got a ring.
But you can't talk about what if.
But James Harden wasn't James Harden.
He was
So-
becoming.
We don't know that. He was still be coming off the bench.
Yeah, he was coming off the bench though. So
So the big 3 for real was
And to
really
be honest,
Ibaka, Russ, and
It
KD.
probably wouldn't have worked. They would have had to probably end up moving James to the point. Russ
Yeah,
at the
like-
2, because Russ played the 2 in college anyway, and Derek Collinson was the point guard, and then just keep KD at 3 and just
That's what I'm saying.
like that. And I don't think Steven Adams was on that finals team.
Yeah, he might not.
Steven
have
Adams, he was not on that finals
been. In
team.
2012,
He wasn't on
yeah,
that finals team.
2012.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, it was Kendrick Perkins.
That's
It was Kendrick Perkins. They had Nazir Muhammad at one
Oh yeah, I
point, too.
remember him.
They had him in 2016.
Yeah, I was definitely like Ibaka over Kendrick
Yeah,
Perkins.
same.
Sorry, so.
Because Steven Adams didn't really start coming to his own. KD was gone. That was,
Yeah.
It was Russ, Oladipo. And
I mean, that 2015-16 team, y'all had the immortal Nick Collison, the immortal Enes Kanter, the immortal
I forgot about Enes Kanter.
Anthony Morrow, The immortal Andre Roberson.
Ooh,
The immortal Kyle Singler.
tough,
And also the immortal Dion Philly Cheese Waiters.
tough. You hear that roster?
It's horrible.
You see, and Russ still drugged that to the playoffs.
Wait a minute. Kevin Durant was on that team as well.
Yeah, hold up now.
Exactly.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Still
Now,
nasty.
if you want to know the season after,
Is that when they got Oladipo?
Oh,
no.
that boy
The season
Cat.
after when Russ went nuclear. Give me a second.
bro.
That when he averaged 31?
Not right now.
That roster was Alex Abranes, Hall of Famer,
Forgot about him.
Taj Gibson, Jeremy Grant, Dougie McBuckets, Victor Oladipo,
Depot.
Domantas Sabonis,
Sabonis, yeah. He had a young Sabonis.
Norris Cole,
That's nasty.
Samaj Christian,
That's nasty. It's getting nasty.
Steven Adams,
Yeah, there you go.
Hall of Famer Josh Eustace, the immortal Ersan Ilyasova,
Oh my.
and whoever number 77 was, Laverne. So,
Yeah.
hey, I give him kudos for that because they were an albatross on his neck. So, yeah, he gets credit for that. But if Shai gets it done, man, I can't not put him number one. Just the same way I love Melo and Carmelo Anthony's my favorite player, but he can't be the best Nugget in Denver history because Jokic got the job done.
I got Jokic over that.
He
but
can't
that's
be
a
the
whole
best
nother argument.
Nugget in or Denver history just because all the stuff Jokic has already done. Like
I mean that too. I'm
the
not
MVP,
three MVPs, but I'm just saying like if let's say Jokic had not won no MVPs, he was still hooping, but he just didn't win MVP, but still won the ring. I would still have to give it to him over Melo because he got it done and he's the guy.
I think a lot of it got to do with how the city feels about you too.
Of course. Now, if we talking about like impacting OKC,
Well, that's
it's
Russ.
Russ.
Yeah.
It's Russ. Because after that, Kevin Durant leaving for Golden State, like he held it down. So that's not even a debate.
So it's all just personal opinion, but
Yeah.
I'm never putting Kevin Durant over Russ.
Fair enough.
But SGA, I like what I'm seeing. But like I said, if he win 2, just gotta put my pride aside, and he did it. He did it. Now this first one, not yet. Too young. But he win 2, it's not even really debatable anymore. Especially if he does 2 being the best player. 2 rings and 2 Finals MVPs, you can't really.
How long was Russ in OKC? What? 08, he left in 2020 with the Rockets?
He was there about.
So 12 years?
I know he was there with 10 years, 12 years, something like that.
Shai done been here, 7 years and got it done? If he gets it
He been
done
on
already?
OKC that whole time?
In
He wasn't
2018.
in the Clippers that long, was he?
2018 when PG got traded. Yeah. No, PG left in 2019. So 6 years. So if Shai gets done, year 6, you still don't got him above Russ. And Russ was there for 12 years.
Better teams.
We're losing for 12 years.
Better teams.
So
Yeah,
you would
he
play
did a lot of,
and you
he did a
replace
lot
Russ.
over those 12 years.
If you swap it out, you put Russ on this current OKC team and Shai back on that team back in 2012. You think Russ will still be doing what they're doing right now, going to the finals with that roster?
Yeah, wait, you talking about Russ right now?
Russ right now with that roster.
With Shai's roster?
Yeah.
With
think
Chet
that-
and J-Dub
You
and
think
Russ?
they're going to the finals still and running through the West how they did?
Why would they not?
I'm just asking.
Yeah. Yes.
You think so?
Shai at
You think so?
26 and Russ at 26?
You don't think so? Why not?
I just don't. Their roster's pretty bad.
Russ at, he talking about J-Dub and Chet. You talking about Russ being on that team?
Yeah, you swap them out. You put
Yeah,
Russ on this
at 26
current
is
Thunder.
better than Shai at 26.
You put Russ on this current Thunder team.
Yeah.
And you saying they're going to the finals still?
I don't care who they play. They winning the ring.
So I'm saying you get rid of Shai and just put Russ on there.
You put
and
Russ.
keep everybody else.
The best version of Westbrook.
Yes, that's easy.
Yeah,
Actually, now the
That's when he was taking the midi.
I can still see them going to the finals.
That's when he was taking the midi and yeah.
And you put this current Shai on that 2012 team with KD, you still think they're losing? Or not even that. When it was up 3-1 against the Warriors back in 2016, you think they blow the 3-1 still?
That's tough because they shouldn't have. Russ and them shouldn't have blown it, but I don't know. That's a tough question because it's still Steph and Clay. Like, does Steph and Clay have the same performance? Like, so I mean, if they do, then Golden State win every time. Because that game says Clay, that's real. So
I think it's just your preference, like how you see their games. Like, I don't know if OKC still constructs the team the same with Russ, just based on style of play.
That's true too.
Yeah. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say that Russ doesn't make like other people play better. Because you saw what he did when he was the number one guy. He had Victor Oladipo scoring. He had Andre Roberson scoring.
Let's not forget about
Steven Adams.
When PG got there. He was an MVP conversation.
Yeah, so I just think that the team would have been put together differently depending on, Russ. Because Russ' game and Shai's game are completely different. Like, they play at different paces. Like, it's just completely different. But I think if you put Shai on that OKC team with KD, I think Shai's style of play, while it's different from Russ, he still need the ball.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how that
That's
would
what I was
look.
thinking.
I don't know how that would look
It'd
with
probably be
KD.
a lot of my turn, your turn stuff.
Yeah, so it would be similar. It'd be similar. So it just comes down to, do you like Shai more than you like Russ?
Yeah.
So I don't know if they still get it done because, like you said, Steph and Clay, if they go crazy, then none of that shit matter.
No matter who they play.
Yeah.
They're gonna win. So.
All right, so next topic we're gonna do our all-time starting five. We're gonna start with Aaron, man. Who your starting five, man? Best five players ever in your opinion, every position: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center.
Can I draft the center and put him at point guard?
No, they had to be point guard in their career,
Okay, I'm just asking.
or at least secondary point guard.
So at the one, we got Bron. Man, I missed it.
That's crazy.
At the one, I got LeBron James.
Hey, okay, hold on. Let's pause right there.
Okay.
They have to be an actual point guard. Yeah. LeBron's,
Technically, he did play point guard.
but we
No,
saying
we mean like real.
your all
PGs,
time, your
man.
best, in your opinion, who
Real
you taking?
ones,
Yeah,
not
He can only play the three.
Not just
Yeah.
playing the one.
Bron can only be the
real
three.
ones.
Okay, their primary position has to be point guard.
Okay, so I can't put
You
Shaq
can't-
at
no.
power forward.
No,
So with the one, I'm gonna go ahead and take Russell Westbrook. That's just easy. I mean, we don't got to get into that again.
yeah, we 2-3 zone.
For my shooting guard all time. So does it? Am I just taking the best players? It doesn't matter how they mesh.
This is your all time team. We doing like a fantasy draft. Who you taking? Like
I
you,
mean,
who you drafting?
at the two, I gotta go Beantown. Come on, it's Beantown with number two. So you already got the mentality. You probably gonna be scared of not shooting them after you miss the first two shots. You got them dogs on you already. So Russ and Kobe. At
Big
the
2-3.
three, gotta go Melo. Because, I mean, you just not guarding him one-on-one. He's just a bucket. So we got Russ, Kobe, Carmelo Anthony. At the four, sometimes you might just have to. I like intent and gotta go ticket. Got big KG.
I knew it.
At the four.
I was thinking him in my head. That's crazy.
And at the five,
You can take the same players.
I like that.
At the five, gotta go Shaq.
Oh my
Kobe and
God.
Shaq already won.
Yeah, I think
I knew
everybody might take Shaq.
I mean, yeah.
I think everybody gonna
Who
take
you
Shaq.
gonna take over Shaq? So that's my five: Russ, Bean, Melo, Ticket, and Shaq.
Shaq. Solid five. Big 2-3 zone though. Who you got, Butt?
At the one, I like my boy D Rose.
That my boy.
At the two, now I gotta go MJ. The three, gotta go Bron. Four, since he said KG, I did like KG, but I like somebody better than that. I like Giannis.
That's a good
Okay.
one. That's
Okay.
a good one.
I like that.
That's a good one.
I like that.
And at the 5, I mean, I just don't want to pick the same person. So yeah, I like Shaq too, but I like Prime Dwight on the Magic in Orlando.
Okay.
So who your whole 5?
Cool.
We got Rose, we got MJ, Brian, Giannis, Dwight.
Okay.
All right.
Who your 5, Randy?
That's a 5. I'm gonna go Steph at the 1. I'm gonna go T-Mac at the 2.
This man's still on my team. That's crazy.
I'm gonna go.
That's
I
crazy.
thought it was still.
I'm gonna go Bron at the 3,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna go KD at the 4, and
Cupcake.
then I'm gonna go Big Shaq at the. No, I'm gonna go Elijah Wan at the 5. So I got Steph, T-Mac, Bron, KD, Elijah Wan.
Well, Randy stole 3 of my players. I'm going Steph at the 1, T-Mac at the 2. I'm going KD at the 3, Dirk at the 4, and Shaq at the 5. That's my team. I think I got the best
I
team.
think, we did like a little 2K simulation for some. I think my team winning 3.
Yeah, y'all let us know. Y'all want me to do a 2K fantasy job. We can do that. Put everybody's teams in.
Simulation.
Dirk at the 4 is nice.
I think my team, I'm built. We don't care about no defense. We in 2025. We're going to outscore you. We're going to outshoot you out the game. We got nothing but scores on the floor.
You ain't
They know
nobody,
you do this.
nobody stopping Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis a good pick.
But I got Steph, T-Mac, and KD
And I got Prime D Rose.
with Dirk.
I'm talking about MVP Rose. Bulls
Right.
Rose.
This one on my team. You know you can do my 5.
Then we talking about MJ. Come on, man.
I got Trip Dub, Russ,
Then you got LeBron.
Cole, ISO, Melo.
I mean, I could find a better center. I mean, I still like Dwight, but I feel like it is but better centers out there.
Yeah, I got Shaq. That barbecue
Yeah,
chicken.
Shaq killing.
That's barbecue
Yeah.
chicken.
That's easy.
I should have probably took Shaq, but it's cool.
But I like that Giannis pick though.
Yeah.
I like that Giannis pick. But yeah, man.
Giannis can play everything.
But that's gonna do it for episode 1 of the Village Podcast, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment out below. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feel about the topics we talked about? Y'all got any comments on the topics we talked about? And yeah, man, hit that like button, man. We're gonna try to do podcasts at least weekly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's schedule will be right. So y'all be on the lookout for those. Turn the notification on, hit that bell. Sooner or later, we're gonna be doing some podcasts live too. So yeah, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and we out.
Y'all be easy.
My body swerving is urgent. Her body too close to perfect. Pussy will tell her.